Alrighty, so welcome to my coming out story. So, I don't really like labels because labels make me feel like super trapped. So like for those of you who like labels and that makes you feel more comfortable, I guess I would consider myself bisexual, but like, I'm still just like figuring this shit out because it is, let me tell ya, a journey. And that's why I don't like labels, because like we are constantly growing and shedding layers and changing and learning and being different things, and that is totally okay. So like for me, if I put a label on myself, then I feel trapped because I feel like I can't expand and grow and like change as quickly as if I didn't have a label. But again, for those of you who like need that label, there you have it. So this is my coming out story. Honestly, it's like gonna be very like gibberish. I don't really know. I'm like just learning how to like talk to myself on this camera and like tell things to you guys, so bear with me. But I guess we'll start like way back when. It was literally like this time last year, or I guess more like towards the end of April. Where I met this girl and I like immediately like felt something, but I was just like used to be so scared of judgment that I suppressed so many feelings that I didn't even know were like a thing. So I was just so confused, so very confused, but started it very slow with her. And then the first person I told was actually my sister. She's like the best little human being ever, and I love her so very much. Bella, love you. Mwah. So yeah, like I can literally tell her anything and not feel judged, which is, having that person in your life is the best thing ever. So anyway, I probably told her like a couple weeks after I met this girl. I went to my sister and I was like, yeah, so like there's like this girl, and I don't know, like I kind of like have feelings for her, like I don't know. And my sister was like, oh, go for it, like why wouldn't you go for it? So then that gave me like a little bit more confidence to be like, okay, I see you, let me try it out a little bit. So then probably like a week later, I told my best friend, who she's the same way. Like I can freaking tell her anything and I will never feel judged. So I went to her and I was like, yeah, so like I met this girl and I just like, we like kissed and like I really just like liked it a lot. Like not even liked, I loved it. Like it just did something to me. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. Like her reaction was just magical. And I knew she wouldn't judge me, but you're still just like scared to like, after you've suppressed something for so long and you're still like very confused and you just don't know what's going on, like it's hard to like express how you're feeling. So like even like getting those words out were really tough for me. But she was literally so happy for me. And actually what's really funny is like a couple years ago we were on a girls trip in the mountains, and we were playing like some game on like an app or something, and it was like the spectrum of like your gayness, and I was like leaning more towards girls, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I must have answered a question wrong. So she brought that up and she was like, see, I think you were always kind of like into girls. And I was like, yeah, I guess so. But I was in a 7-year long-term relationship with a guy, and I felt like super trapped. And I think for so long I like did, now I realize like I did like have like these thoughts of girls and these feelings, but I like literally just shoved them down so much that it just like didn't even seem like real to me. So guys, it's a journey. It's really a journey. So yeah, told her, she was so great about it. And then, then I told my other like girlfriend group. That went super well. They were all like, oh my god, like I'm so happy for you, like this is great. Like, oh, my, neighbors are best friends. Oh my gosh, see, I'm not editing this out. I don't know how to edit. I forget what I was saying there, so just like remove that. But anyways, they were happy for me, so this just kept like giving me the confidence to keep telling more people and to like actually dive into my feelings and go for like what I was going for. So yeah, being with a girl was so great, and I was so happy, and like she literally gave me everything that I was like missing in my past relationship with guys. So when I started like really being with her, I was kind of in like a I hate all men phase, because all of the guys that I've ever been with were very like unemotionally intelligent, and they weren't able to connect to their feelings. And I'm a big feelings gal. Like, I've got a lot of big feelings, and nobody like in my past could really match those feelings. So like to have like somebody be there and give that to me, and like see me and hear me and understand me, and then like give like listen to my love, like I didn't have to tell her my love languages. She just like freaking knew. She just knew, and I just felt so like taken care of. It was so magical. So then that was all like ripped away from me, because yeah, I'll do a whole nother story on this if you guys want it. But yeah, that was a whole story. So I was like very heartbroken for like all of last summer. Like that really shoved me down into a deep dark depression, because it like brought out a lot of like trauma and like healing that I had to do within myself. And in the past, I have always been like super open about everything with like my close friends and my mom, and I didn't feel like I was able to, because I hadn't even like come out to my mom yet. So that was just like, I felt like I was just withering away in my poor little head by myself, and I wasn't like ready to tell anybody or let anybody in on that. So that was hard. But then I actually, after withering away in my little depressive episode for the summer, in the fall, I started to like feel a lot better. And it really wasn't until like October where I like started to like get myself back in action. And then I did this like whole little Reiki retreat in December. And like that was the most profound healing I have ever witnessed within myself. Like, it literally brought me from here all the way to up here, and it like let me learn how to love myself instead of like reaching and going towards others to find that love. And it was so great. So that whole experience was amazing. Also can do another video on that. But where I'm getting to is the Reiki, like, and energy work finally gave me the courage to like figure out like what the heck I was, because that whole like summer months and into the fall, I was spiraling between like, am I gay, am I bi, am I like really actually into women, or is it just her, or like am I just like actually into men? No, I actually hate all men. Like, I was literally like constantly spinning, didn't know who the heck I was. I was just so lost, so confused. So the Reiki really helped me like figure that out. And then I also was able to really talk about it with one of my friends who actually lives in Colorado, and she kind of like, talking to her helped me process like, oh yeah, it actually wasn't the girl that I was with that I just like I do like women. And then, so in December, like right before Christmas, I think I would say, like in the beginning of December, I finally figured out that I was definitely bi. I liked both men and women. And it wasn't just her that I liked. Like, I really genuinely like have always liked women. I just suppressed it for so long because I was so embarrassed and scared of judgment. And I was raised Catholic. Both of my parents are Catholic, so just like society standards and being raised as Catholic and everyone telling you that that's wrong and weird and terrible and you're gonna be like shunned or whatever, I think just scared the living shit out of me. So I didn't even like go there. But yeah, in December I figured it out. I liked both men and I did love women. Like, ugh, they're just so gentle and kind. Not all of them, but like I just love them. Love women. And they're a good time. You should try it. But anyways, so then I guess it was like in the middle of December. I was in a meditation and I was at the park by myself, and it was like a weirdly like warm day, and I was sitting on a tree stump and I was like sitting in the sun, and I like got this like intense feeling where I had to like go tell my family, my whole entire family, that I was bi or that I liked girls. And I had been so scared to tell them. My family is not judgmental, and I knew they would love and accept me however I came out to be. So I'm very thankful and fortunate for that. But like, just the stories your brain creates and the stories anxiety like puts into your head are so scary. So I was just like, felt like I was gonna shit my pants a little bit, maybe like throw up. I wasn't really sure. But after my meditation, I like knew I had to tell them that day. So I'm walking back to my car, I call my sister and I just start crying. I was like, can you are you home? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, can you just like go downstairs? I'm gonna tell mom and dad that I'm bi. And she's like, oh my God, yeah. And she was so nice and she's like, you can do this. So I like cried the whole way home because I think I just felt so free, and like that was just weighing down on me for so long, and it felt so good to finally like figure out who I was and like get that off of my chest. So on the way to my parents' house, I literally like hold so much tension in my shoulders. I felt like a complete release. And I knew I needed some more encouragement. So I called my friend from Colorado, and she was like literally the best friend ever. She was my little cheerleader. She answered the phone and she's like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. You can do this. And like, no matter what happens, like I'll be here for you. I love you. And like, that's exactly what I needed to hear before going into my parents' house. So I go into my parents' house, and automatically I'm a crier. I'm a big crier. So I literally like open the door. Everybody is there except my dad was in the kitchen. So my brother was there. My mom was sitting like on the one chair, and then my sister like had just walked down because I had called her to let her know I was there. And I walk in crying, and I'm known for my little episodes of like bawling my eyes out. So of course my mom is like, oh my God, are you okay? And I was like, nothing, everything is fine. I have to tell you guys something. So my dad comes in and everybody's like, what the heck is happening? And I was like, I'm bi and I like girls. And everyone was like, okay. And I was like, okay. So then we like talked about it for a little. I went over to my mom and she gave me a big hug. And then my dad gave me like a huge philosophical spiel. Love his talks. And you know, at the end of the day, everybody who is supposed to be in your life will accept you just as you are. And you know, this is a heavy topic, but genuinely, I believe everybody there, I mean, there's a spectrum, but I believe everybody is a little bit gay. Like, if we weren't conditioned by society to believe that we had to be with the opposite gender, and we were just like born into a world where everybody was with everybody, I don't know. Food for thought, my friends. You think on that. But yeah, so if you are struggling right now to come out, or you're figuring out your sexuality, I have so much love for you, because I struggled for so long alone, and I don't want to say alone because I did have so much support, but there were times where I felt like I just wanted to go through it alone because I didn't think Like, I'm the only one who could figure it out, and know myself. Like, you're the only one that knows yourself. So it's hard. It's really, really tough. So I have so much love for you. And if you do have like a little inkling, like if your intuition is like telling you to like go try it, or you're curious, or you're trapped in a toxic relationship, or you like want to try something new, spread your wings and fly, my friends. Like, baby steps, very baby steps. I took such baby steps. But if I would have stayed in my 7-year relationship and never broken up because I like was worried about his feelings and worried about what my life was going to look like and going into the unknown, I would have never experienced or found out that I was bi. And like, I had the best like 2.5 months with this girl that I ever could have imagined. And it's because I finally like just let go of control and let go of so much worry and like just freaking like went for the feeling. And I'm just so thankful for my little curious spirit. And I love you all so much, and I'm so thankful for all of you. And if you've gotten this far in the video, I appreciate you for watching, because it's a long video. And if you have any other questions, or if you are struggling and you would like to feel a little less alone in your journey, please reach out to me. I would love to talk with you and like hold your little hand while you walk through this, because I wish I had like a community to talk to when I was going through all of it. But again, I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you so much, and I will see you